Hey, whoever just joined, hey, can you guys tell me, because I'm on cell phone service, can you guys tell me if it's clear or not? What's up, Albert? What's going on, brother? Hey, can you let me know, bro, if it's if you're getting me clear? Because if it's like super fuzzy, I'll just end the live. Because I'm on cell phone service. I have 3 bars, and I just don't know if that's enough to live stream or not, brother. So if you'll just let me know, yeah, you're clear, I can hear you, it's not like super laggy. Can you just let me know that, brother? Yay, nay? Yes, no, maybe, 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 brother. Maybe it's so laggy you can't hear me. Albert, let me know, brother. Okay, awesome, awesome. Thanks, man. Hey, do me a favor too, bro, since you're here. If you can just like this, it'll help it like spread to more of my followers, so maybe more people will join. Last time I went live, I had quite a few people. So awesome. Thanks, bro. Much appreciated. Much appreciated, bro. So what's up, dude? How have you been? Thank you, man. Thank you. Thanks for letting me know. I'm actually eating, so I'm eating, these are Italian breadsticks from an MRE that my boss gave me. It's right at the expiration date, so hopefully it doesn't make my stomach hurt or anything like that, but I'm hanging out right now. I have been exploring this ghost town all day, and I figured I would do a little live so we could hang out, but it is super, super cold, man. It's crazy how cold it is right now. So where I'm at right now, I just got a like a warning on my phone that it's actually gonna the wind chill is gonna get down to like -15 to -30 tonight. So it's gonna be super, super cold. And the ambient temperature is gonna get down to 0. So it'll be 0 tonight. You can see, you probably see my breath. And I even have like candles going, trying to warm it up in here. Still see my breath, still cold. So what's up, other viewer? Who else is here? Say hi in the chat if you guys don't mind, just so I know who's here and I can check in with you guys and we can have a conversation. These Italian breadsticks from like a 5-year-old MRE are insanely dry. I have this and the MRE came with a jalapeno cheese bread and or cheese spread, I should call it. And that's not too bad. 5-year-old cheese spread, interesting for sure. And I have the main meal like heating up right now in the little pack. But yeah, thanks, brother. I appreciate that. I'll try to stay warm. One thing I can say about these MREs though, man, is the flavor on them is really not that bad. And it's really, really convenient for like a really cold night like this. I just didn't want to cook, dude. I didn't want to be standing outside the truck with my stove going, trying to cook a bunch of stuff up. So I'm going to have, what flavor was this one? Chicken pesto pasta. And I can totally just make it in the back of my truck, dude. So that's pretty cool because I don't have to get out there and freeze my buns off trying to cook something, you know what I mean? And it comes with a cookie. So you always get dessert, which is pretty cool. Oh, man. What are you guys up to? What are you guys doing for Christmas? You got the kids for Christmas? How do you guys work that out? Hell yeah, it's the best way to top it off, man. You can't beat it with the cookie. Can't beat it. Get that cookie. There's something about dessert, man. You just always got to have dessert, right? Definitely. That's good, man. Yeah. Definitely go hang out with like mom and dad or just everybody cuz you got a sister too, right? I've been good, man. Just doing my thing, you know what I mean? Just out here sleeping in freezing temperatures. You know what I mean? Exploring ghost towns. Doesn't get any better than that, I don't think. The ghost town that I'm in tonight is like a true ghost town too, because I've been to a lot that are ghost towns, but there's like 2 or 3 people that are still kind of living in the town. They kind of linger around. This one's completely dead. Everything that I found online, the last person left here in 2007. Oh, that's nice that you get them. Yeah, that's cool. Well, that's good to take turns too. But I bet that the years you don't have them, man, kind of suck. So it's good to take turns. I understand that, but I'm sure that it's a lot better on the years that you get to have them. It's crazy how big they are and like how much time has flown, dude. Yeah, that is a long time, man. And that guy, I guess that guy, from what I read online, that guy that left or that lived here in 2007 that left, he was just working for one of the ranchers in this ghost town and he was the only person here. So he was literally one person working for one of the ranchers and he was just kind of living here. There's the house that he was living in, I think is actually right here. I explored it in the video that I'm making. You'll get to see like the walkthrough and everything. But yeah, 2007, that's a long time ago. And since then, nobody's been here because this town has started becoming abandoned in 1970. Yeah, that is good, bro. That is good to have that co-parenting style for sure. If you didn't have that, your life would be way more stressful. So, I'm happy for you about that, bro, for sure. So that's good. But yeah, this ghost town that I'm hanging out in, like 1970, it was already starting to become abandoned, and then 2007, the last guy left. So, what's up, other viewers? Feel free to pop in the chat and say hi so I know who you are. I'm just hanging out. I'm eating an MRE. It's way too cold to go out there and cook. I don't want to cook because it's supposed to be like negative 20 with the wind chill. I just can't be out there cooking in that. So my boss gave me a whole case actually of MREs. So I have a bunch of different ones to eat, and I'm having chicken pesto pasta tonight. I figured I'd start a live and just kind of hang out with you guys for a little bit, check in with you guys, see how you're doing. Tell you guys all Merry Christmas if you celebrate Christmas too, because that's coming up, and the video that I'm making tonight won't be out until after Christmas. So, but I see I got 3 of you in here. Pretty good for me. I appreciate you guys stopping by, but yeah, feel free to pop in the chat, say hi. I think it's coming through pretty good. I hope. Probably go live for maybe an hour or an hour and a half, depending on how the conversation goes. So yeah, now's a good time. You guys have any questions or anything like that for me? You want to know about the town that I'm staying in? Ghost town. Abandoned in the 1970s. Thanks for the other like. Thanks for liking the video. So I have no idea where my boss gets the MREs from. Now, one thing about my boss is he is like he's not quite a doomsday prepper, but he's like on the verge of being a doomsday prepper. And he just has all kinds of stuff. Like, it's crazy the stuff that this guy has, I'm telling you. He just had an extra case and they're getting ready to expire. So he gave them to me. And I have no idea. He is ex-military, so I think he can actually still go on base and probably buy them if he needs to. I don't really know how all that stuff works, because the MRE I had the other day, my buddy who's in the Navy sent it to me. The one I'm having today, my boss gave it to me. He just gave me a case. But yeah, dude, I really have no idea where he gets them from. I'll ask him and then I'll text you, though. That way you can know. But yeah, he has, I mean, the stuff that he has is crazy. He has MREs and everything that you need. He has like a bug out bag. He's ready to go. He's definitely prepared to go just in case. And I think that comes from him being in the military and just kind of getting that military style training. They kind of prepare you to be prepared, if that makes sense. Cheers, guys. Thanks for stopping by, the 6 of you that are in here now. Feel free to jump in the chat and just let me know you're here. I appreciate you guys showing up for me on my live. This is really cool. This is something new that I'm kind of trying. I'm trying it with my YouTube channel to see if it's something that you guys are interested in, that anybody really is interested in. Not ghost hunting tonight just because it's freaking freezing. It is so, it's so cold. So hey, what's up, J&M Explorations? I appreciate you guys. You guys have actually been really big for me. Thanks for all the help, all the support. Thanks for showing up to my lives and liking my videos and everything like that. I try to hit you guys back up. If you guys are here and you don't follow J&M Explorations, they have a really cool YouTube channel where they also explore like a bunch of abandoned things. Hey, what's up, Robert? Nice to see you. Thanks for popping in. I really appreciate you coming by. I was just saying, yeah, just go over and hit up J&M Explorations YouTube page as well, because they have some really cool videos. They see some really cool stuff. Yeah, so they have a lot of good content out there as well. I can't wait until I'm in the van and just going full time at this, you know, stopping at a bunch of these places in the Midwest and everything like that. There's a lot of stuff to see out there. So, I mean, I'm kind of shocked that I've been exploring just New Mexico. Yeah, of course, you guys are totally welcome. But yeah, I'm kind of shocked because I've been exploring New Mexico for the last year and a half, probably. And that year and a half, I've seen so many things that I had no idea was even out here. And like this town, if you guys saw my video last week, I found it at the end of my video, and I had no idea it was here. I was driving by and I saw the abandoned building and I was like, oh, let me go check it out. And then I come out here today and there's like at least a dozen buildings to explore and a bunch of weird stuff to see. So it's pretty cool. Not just the abandoned towns, but like seeing all of the national parks and things like that we have here is really cool. It's a really special place. New Mexico's pretty cool. So telling the other people before everybody got in here, I'm kind of throwing down on an MRE again tonight because I didn't feel like cooking. I think that it's just about warm enough. What? One thing that's kind of scary with these, right, is they come in a bag. You pour the water in the bag and then you heat them up, right? So it's getting hot, but it tells you not to have multiples of these in a confined space, because I guess the gases that they give off can be toxic. So they tell you not to have too many of them in a confined space. So I'm like, okay, even the one. The temperature here tonight is going to be 0. But I just got a warning on my phone, actually, that the wind chill is going to be somewhere between -20 and -30. So the wind chill tonight is going to be really cold. In here, it'll get to 0. You guys can see I got a candle going, and that actually does help a little bit. But yeah, what is it where you guys are at? Because I've seen some videos popping up of this storm, it's been moving south, and of course it hit the northern states first, but I've seen some videos of this storm and people are out there in like -40, -50 degrees, which is just, that's insane. I don't think I would try sleeping if it was going to be that cold ambient temperature. -20, -30 with the wind chill, I can do because it'll be 0 in here. My sleeping bag's rated for 0. I've got like a leather jacket, I've got a hoodie, I've got a long sleeve thermal, my beanie. I'll be fine tonight. But some of these places where it's like -40, -50, that's just crazy. So yeah, I'd like to see what temperature it is wherever you guys are at. This beanie that I have too is fleece lined. 42 in Connecticut, 57. So that's not that bad. That's not that bad. So it must have, the storm, I guess, is moving south, but it must not be so far on the East Coast, maybe. Because I've seen some stuff like from South Dakota where it's just freezing. The wind chill here where I'm at is going to be -20, -30. And in like South Dakota, this video that I saw was going to be that as the ambient temperature, and then they had wind on top of that. So I can't even imagine that the wind chill is probably insane out there. But when I was walking around the town earlier, even during the day, the wind was hitting my hands, and like, oh, I couldn't even bend them. They were just getting so cold. And then when I breathe out, all this gets like stuck in my mustache. Actually, it's kind of like a weird, gross thing about having a beard like this. But you breathe out and like the breath is hot, so it creates like water on your mustache, and then the wind hits it and it freezes. So my mustache and my beard will actually like freeze up with ice when I'm out here and it's that cold. So 47 is not that bad though over there. 47, I can deal with that. Definitely could deal with that. Let's see if this thing's done. I think this should probably be warmed through now. It's been going since before I started the live. The live's been going for like 18 minutes. So, what do you guys think of these lives? Like, J&M, I'd like to know what you think. Yeah, smash that thumbs up. I'd like to know what you guys think from like a YouTube perspective. This is maybe not as warm as I want it to be. I wonder if it's having a hard time warming up because it's so cold. But from a YouTube perspective, like, do you guys think that something like this is useful to help grow? Do you like it? Do you like the concept? Do you like the hangout concept? Like I said, today I'm not ghost hunting, so I don't have that, I guess, that value, from the last live. The last live, I think people enjoyed because I was trying to do some ghost hunting, trying to do some stuff like that. This one is just me. You guys just get me hanging out in the back of my freezing truck. Hey, Eileen. Yeah. Well, I'm in the back of the truck, and it is definitely cold. So I'm up north a little bit right now. I'm just south of Springer, New Mexico. And I got the wind chill warning and everything on my phone. It's going to get to like -20, -30 tonight. And right now, I mean, even in the back of the truck, you can see that it's cold for sure. But it's not that bad all bundled up. And my sleeping bag's rated for 0. I think that's like, if you're going to be in a vehicle or you're going to go camping in cold weather, I think investing in a good sleeping bag is probably the most important thing you can do for sure. I see a lot of people that have started like, vehicle dwelling. So they either start the van life, or I've even seen some people building out their cars or whatever. Live streams are great. Interact with your viewers. Yeah, I agree with that. Oh, okay. That's cool. I didn't know that you guys were live streaming. I must not catch those. I'll make sure. I thought that I had the bell turned on for you guys, but I must have missed it. I don't know. Sometimes the bell gets a little weird with YouTube too. Like I feel like I know a lot of people, actually, like personal people in my life that I know for sure have the bell on. And they'll tell me, yeah, it never notifies me that you do anything. Like, it never notifies me when you upload, even though I have the bell turned on. It never notifies me when you go live. So that's something that's a little bit frustrating. But yeah, I'll make sure that I catch your guys' next live. I do like interacting with the viewers, though. I think that that creates some pretty good value. So it's nice to say hi to everybody too. It's nice to have people pop in and do all of that kind of stuff as well, and just see what everybody's up to. Does anybody have any plans for Christmas? Like any special plans? Or you guys just, I feel like a lot of people that I know, this is like a continuation. This is still, even though we're going into 2023, everybody feels like this is 2020. Eileen, I will be here all night. I'm going to leave in the morning. I know there's like this little local coffee place down the road in a very small town, a very, very small town called Waltrus, New Mexico. I want to grab some coffee there in the morning. But yeah, I've been up here since about 10 o'clock this morning, making my video and walking through this ghost town. Quite a bit to see here where I'm at, an old railroad town. Now it's had a couple more minutes. Let's see if this MRE is done. I'm gonna try to find my spoon. Just can see the heat from the bag. It's crazy how these things work. You just wet, there's like a little pad in here, and you just pour water in it, and then it turns this into a heater, and then you lay the actual meal on the heater inside the bag, and it heats up the meal for you, so you can have a hot meal, which is super convenient. And yeah, this one is chicken pesto pasta. So we'll see. Hopefully these don't, hopefully it doesn't hurt my stomach, because I do know that these are getting close to their expiration date, and that's why I got them. That's why he gave them to me, because he's like, well, I gotta buy a new case. It smells pretty good. Doesn't look all that great. I don't know if you guys can see it. But chicken pesto pasta. See what we've got going on with flavor. They're really not that bad. Like, these MREs are pretty cool. I don't know. I like the concept of them, and it definitely is helpful on a night like tonight, where it's just like super, super cold. So the time that I got shot at, that was actually the only time that I've ever had an issue sleeping in a location like this. Now, most of the ghost towns that I've stayed in have had some people living there, but I think that they have not bothered me, and I think that those people living there also deters some people from doing weird things in those towns. This one, I don't think I'm going to have a problem just because it's so cold today. I don't think anybody's going to come out here. But the night that I was shot at, I was in Tucumcari, New Mexico. I don't know if you guys have driven through there or not, but Tucumcari is not a ghost town at all. There's quite a few people who live there. There's probably a couple thousand people who probably still live there. And the night that I was shot at, I was staying at this abandoned garage, basically. It was an old semi-truck service center. And I was staying there. And the guys who came and shot at my truck, I'm pretty positive were, one, they were locals, and two, I think they were teenagers, and I think they were just being dumb. Like, I don't think that I was targeted or anything like that. I think that it was just a bunch of teenagers that were out and about. They were driving, and they saw my truck, and they decided to shoot at it. And in a small town like that, what else do the teenagers do besides drive around and shoot at people's trucks? And normally I'm out on Thursdays, but hey, Leisure, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate that. Yeah, Tucumcari is just east of Cuervo. So if you guys had continued on I-40, you actually will go straight through it because Cuervo is right there by 40. If you go all the way through 40, you'll actually drive straight through Tucumcari. But there's a bypass. So 40 goes past Tucumcari, and there's a business loop that you can take that'll take you through Tucumcari. And quite a bit of abandoned stuff there. But it's also still a very populated town at the same time. So, but yeah, anyway, that's what happened the night that I got shot at is I was staying there and I just think a bunch of teenagers were being dumb teenagers, which I guess makes sense, right? I can't blame them too bad. I'm glad that I'm okay. And also glad that I had some friends that were able to come like fix my window the next day. So it wasn't too bad. This pasta is cooling off fast. I started out my channel. I used to just do like traditional camping. And then I started wanting to see different stuff. So I just started driving everywhere. And I got really addicted to doing these ghost towns just because that's something that I enjoy doing, walking through these buildings and stuff like that. I really have fun with that. But I also like fishing and seeing the state parks that we have and things like that too. I want to see everything. My dream trip is finish out the van, get the van going, which I bought the solar for it, by the way. I don't know if I've told YouTube yet, but I bought the solar for it. I got to put the solar on, and then I'm going to start building out the middle. Yeah, it's so much fun. Exploring ghost towns is so much fun. It's seriously the best. I think it's like the most fun you can have. I just hate when you go somewhere and people have vandalized it. That kind of sucks. I wish everything was exactly how it was left because that's the coolest stuff to go through and capture. But yeah, anyway, as I was saying, my dream trip is to finish out the van and then head over and start in like Baja, Mexico, and then go all the way up the coast, do the coastal highway all the way up, end up driving through Canada to Alaska, and then catching a cruise in Alaska. I would love to do a cruise in Alaska and like go out and they have like the whales and everything out there that you can go see. Of course, in the summertime though, because otherwise every day is going to be colder than this even. What's up, everybody that just tuned in? I got a couple more people. Feel free to say hi in the chat. We're just hanging out. We're just chatting with each other and seeing what's going on. Shooting the SHIT, if you will. The Civil War battlefields. Oh, I bet that is really, really cool. So there's a lot of history over there too, and there's a lot of history down south. Virginia, and where is Gettysburg? So forgive me for being naive to this, but is that near there, right? Because that's like the most famous Civil War battleground, correct? Correct me if I'm wrong. J&M, there's a lot of there is a lot of evidence that has been captured at Gettysburg as well. Southern Pennsylvania, okay. Yeah, there's a lot of paranormal evidence that has been captured over there. I've seen so many photos of apparitions like walking through that have manifested. It's so cool. That is neat, huh, Leisure, that to live over there and to be able to go see all that stuff. I can't wait to go see all that stuff. I want to see it all. I want to see everything. I don't know if I have enough time, but I want to see everything. I think that would be great. Civil War era stuff. Now, I was actually surprised to find that we have a fort in southern New Mexico that played a part in actually a substantially sized Civil War battle. And I don't know, before I took that trip and I actually went to that fort and I read the history and all of that stuff, even though I've taken like New Mexico history in high school. Hi, Ruth. Thanks for tuning in. How are you? I hope you're doing well. And I really appreciate you being here. Don't forget to hit the like button. It helps. But anyway, before I went to the fort and I saw that we had like that kind of Civil War history in New Mexico, I was really naive and in thinking that it was mostly like the southern United States. Like, yeah, it would be so cool to see all that. New England, we have plenty of abandoned asylums and hospitals. See, that's really, really cool too. Um, I would love to just go all out and explore like a really huge abandoned hospital or an asylum or something like that. That's definitely a bucket list and a dream trip for me. Um, J&M, I haven't gone through too much, but have you guys ever been to like Detroit? Have you ever been to Michigan or what's another one? God, I can't think of the name of it right now. Abandonment. Yeah, that would be crazy, right, Eileen? And seeing some abandoned asylums, some like tuberculosis hospitals and stuff like that. Just walking through there, the feelings that you get, crazy, crazy. I am Ruth. I'm up north, so I'm just south of Springer, New Mexico. And yeah, I'll try not to freeze tonight. The wind chills are going to get to about -20, -30, but the ambient temperature should be 0. So inside the truck, I should be okay. Yeah, that would be awesome. I'll definitely hit you guys up. I mean, I feel like I have so much to do and so little time to do it, even though I have a lot of time. It's just a matter of like, okay, one day maybe I can get this YouTube to pop off enough to where I can do this full time, right? That's like the ultimate dream. That's the ultimate goal. I think for anybody who's on YouTube is like, I want to make videos and I want to explore things for a living. I like to make content. Like it's fun. And I'm hoping that I can get in the van and do that. The way I figured though, there's an area in Old Town, Quesadilla Grill was, yeah, in that area. So like apparitions have been seen in that area. Hey Evan, how are you, man? I hope you're enjoying that t-shirt. I'm so glad that you won it the other day. Actually it's been probably a couple of months. Leisure, that's really, really cool. I didn't know that people had seen Confederate soldiers in that area. But it makes sense now, talking about that stuff, that we have that history here because I don't know why. I only assumed it was in the deep south. Thank you, Albert. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. The way I see it is worst case scenario is I get into the van and I drive somewhere and I can pick up a job, you know what I mean, and work a job and save up enough to drive to the next place. I think that that's going to be the ultimate goal. I'm kind of hoping by March to be in the van full time. I know that that's probably really fast for what I can actually do, but we'll see, right? That's the dream. But save up a little bit, drive somewhere, use it as like a home base. I'm living in the van, right, and rent free. So, and then if I have to get a job, it's I'm still young enough that I can get a job in a grocery store. I can be a produce clerk. I can do something for 4 to 6 weeks, save up $1,000, and then drive to the next place and get going from there. So we'll see what happens. All of you guys, though, especially the guys that are here, you're on my live and you're like engaging with me, and you guys are really helping me. I really appreciate that. Like from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate that. It helps a lot. So, and it's cool. It's cool and fun. I hope you guys are having fun too. If you guys could, like, what's a trip that you've never taken that you would love to take? You have a great personality for it and connect with your viewers. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, that's kind of always my goal, right? Is to bring people along. One thing that I like to do as well, J&M, is like I like to inspire people to go see something. So if I go to like a national monument and somebody's never been there and they see my video and then they say, "Oh my God, I have to go now," or "I went to that because of you," that's the biggest compliment that I can receive. And I got a lot of those after Chaco Canyon. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. If you want it bad enough, it'll happen. So I'm really hoping for that. But yeah, when I inspire somebody to go see something, that's the biggest compliment I think that I can get. So I know a lot of people with the Chaco Canyon one decided that they were going to go try to see Chaco Canyon. And that place was special. Nick Garcia, cul-de-sac thingy. I'll have to go check that out and ask some of the people. going to check out some of the places. Yeah, definitely. J&M, hey, thanks for tuning in. But yeah, when you get back here, man, go check it all out. Okay, you won't have to find quick jobs here and there. We'll see. We'll see. You know, I did set up that Patreon, so if you guys want to, of course. But I never want to force anybody to do something like that, right? Like YouTube content is free, and eventually, I'd like to get to a point where I don't need that kind of support. I would rather just, you know, have the AdSense, or you know, if you want to buy a T-shirt or a hoodie or something like that. But yeah, the Patreon I think can be pretty helpful. I have a few subscribers there now, and I try to post on there pretty much updates. Like Patreon knows first where I'm going before anybody else. The Chaco Canyon videos and the pictures I took, like the pictures that I was able to get at Chaco Canyon. The sun just cooperated with me so well on that trip. It just gave me like, it was like here, it threw me a bone. The Goblin Colony is a really, really cool area. The hike is not super, super hard. It can be hard to find, so if you guys need help with that, let me know. But basically, you just Google Paliza Family Campground, drive there, you go north, and then the road forks into three. And you just take the road that says gate closed ahead. That's actually the trail. So it's an old forest road. There is a gate that's closed. You can park at that gate if you have a truck. You can get up there. If not, there's a parking area to the left. It's a parking area. It's not really a parking area. It's just a clearing in the trees. And you take that. And then it's about 1.5 miles up and 1.5 miles back. So the Goblin Colony was something that I had never heard of. I never heard of it. And then I saw it online one day and I was like, I'm going to go there next week. And it worked out because that's one of the coolest places that I've seen for sure. I have not gone to Dulce yet. This is Furry Alpaca. How are you doing? Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate that. Now, I don't know if you're the person who has recommended that to me, but if you're not, this is the second time that I have been recommended that. I've been told that it's kind of spooky down there. On Instagram, like once a month, you can do it live. Yeah, that would be kind of cool. I would like to, I like to work with my hands too. So I'd like to learn how to like build frames and then like maybe sell framed pictures out of my van, wherever I'm at, just to try to make some like extra money or yeah, like live. That's a pretty good idea. And then I can just like ship it to whoever wants to buy something like that. That'd be kind of cool. So Furry Alpaca, I was saying, are you the one that has recommended Dulce to me? If not, that's my second recommendation, so I'm going to have to go check it out. Oh, Boyd's Sanatorium and the TWA crash site. That sounds amazing. That sounds awesome, J&M. I'm going to have to check it out, both of those. I'm going to have to go back and reread this chat. So, have you heard of the Decalogue Stone? Eileen, I have heard of that. I actually saw some pictures of that the other day. It's off of the 6, if I'm not mistaken. It's off of the 6. And that's something that I'm going to have to go check out as well. I just haven't been able to. Furry Alpaca, I will go to Dulce next week. So I'll make that happen for you so I can go make that video next week. Do you have a recommendation on something to explore while I'm there? I don't know much about Dulce. I don't know if is it a complete ghost town or is it like sparsely populated like a lot of the ones that I go to? Boyd's is in Las Cruces. Okay. I'll check that out. That's Las Cruces. I haven't been to Las Cruces yet. I don't think I've actually ever been to Las Cruces, which is crazy. But I was in Hatch the other day. That's the closest I think that I got, was I went to Hatch and I went to Deming. That was a super fun trip. That Deming school was cool. Benny's, I love Benny's, Rachel. Benny's is amazing. Taco Tuesday. Archuleta Mesa, I might have some stuff to check out. Okay, awesome, Furry Alpaca. I will go up there, read up on Dulce. Oh man, this is going. Be careful though. Yeah, definitely. Always got to be careful. But yeah, I'll head out there. And then Rachel, I will stop at Benny's just for you because I know they have a really good green chili cheeseburger. So I have some coworkers from Los Lunas, and every time we go down there, they always want to stop. So I actually go down there quite a bit. Locals and see if you can find anything out. Yeah, Furry, I will. I'll talk to whoever, and I'll do some research before I go That way I kind of have like a destination and a direction. And I'll see if I can find anything spooky or anything to check out like that. Yeah, actually, that would actually be really cool, Rachel. So I will hit you up, and then we can meet up there and we can have some lunch. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Albert, this is for you, brother. I'm breaking into my oatmeal, my MRE oatmeal cookie now. So gotta have dessert, right? It's kind of nice, these MREs, they give you dessert. This one, it was really weird. The last one that I got came with like a beef stick to eat with the cheese spread. This one just came with cheese spread. Yeah, I will, Rachel. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. If you're not going to hang out, just hit that like button for me. I really appreciate that very, very much. Yeah. Of the crumbly cookie. Hey, Ashley, what's up? How are you? Thanks for tuning into my live. Thank you, Rachel. I appreciate that very, very much. Love you. Yeah, the landscape here in New Mexico it's really, really unmatched. What's cool about New Mexico too is we have some big cities, but we're also very, very rural still. So we have a lot of land, basically. Like there's a lot of undeveloped land in New Mexico, a lot to see. And we have everything from rivers and mountains and trees to straight desert. You know, high desert is different as well. Like high desert is pretty cool. That is sad. It's pretty cold out here, Ashley. Yeah, it's pretty cold. It's gonna get to -20, -30 with the wind chills tonight, but I'll be all right. I'll be all right. And J&M, yeah, the homelessness in Albuquerque has become an issue. I just feel really bad. I wish that there was something that I could do to help. Maybe that's something I could do even for YouTube, is like I would love to just like make a bunch of meals and go hand them out or something. That kind of stuff I don't always like to film though, because I feel like you're filming it for the wrong reason. To Camp and Dulce. Aliens are inside the Archuleta Mesa. Ooh. Aliens, that's so when I camped like by Roswell, I was so scared the whole time. I was more scared of aliens than I think ghosts, because like I don't want to get abducted. It'd be so crazy. What a story though, right? Roswell was cool though when I went to Roswell. That was my first time ever going to the museum and stuff like that. But yeah, anyway, J&M, as I was saying, I'd love to like just hook them up a bunch of meals or figure out something, man, because it's gotten bad. It wasn't like that when I was a kid. 7 levels down. Archuleta Mesa. You guys are gonna make me. I'm gonna have to Google this when I get off of live, because I have no idea what you're talking about. 7 levels down. What does that mean? Archuleta Mesa. Yeah, what does that mean, guys? 7 levels down. The Roswell Museum, J&M, the next time you guys are here, if that's something you haven't done, I think it's like $5. I think it was $5 to go and check it out. And they have some really cool stuff, really interesting stuff in there as well that you can actually read about. You can spend, it's not a huge museum, it's not very big at all, but you could spend a significant portion of your day there checking it out if you read everything. When I go to museums, I tend to read everything for like the first 30 minutes, and then after that I start skimming. I don't know, Rio Doso. Nice, nice. Did you guys go to the museum while you guys were there? It's kind of cool how they have like the McDonald's, it's like a spaceship, and then they have all the aliens just hanging out on the like the lamps, the street lamps and all that other stuff. There's just like aliens everywhere, which is pretty cool. It was so hot when I went down there though. I was dying. I would rather sleep in this where it's super cold like that than in 100 degrees in the back of this truck, because if it's 100 outside and I'm in this truck, I can't get comfortable. Oh, well, I guess at least you guys got to go to Dunkin' Donuts, but that sucks that they were closed when you guys were down there. Was it just the day? Was it just the day that you guys went that they're closed on that day, or were they doing something? That's one thing when like when I'm in the van, I'm going to be chasing like 70 degrees. I don't want it to be too cold. I'll drive around wherever I got to go and just chase like that perfect temperature weather. After hours. Oh, that's fair. So dang, so you guys went to Cuervo and then went to Rio Doso after exploring Cuervo? Because Cuervo, there's like so much to see there. You could really spend quite a bit of time in that town as well. I don't know if you guys actually crossed the railroad tracks and went to like that church that was on the other side, because they have the church that is closed, no trespassing, that they're trying to preserve. If you actually cross and you cross the railroad tracks, there's another church out there that you can go into. And I guess like some really, really weird things were happening in that church. Like somebody was using it as like this weird, so sorry live, but it's like a sexual thing that they were using that church for. Is really, really weird. I don't know if you guys saw that one, but yeah, you could spend, I mean, Cuervo, you could spend all day there just checking it out. Explored both sides of the highway. Yeah. I don't know what's up with that shop. That one guy on the which side is that? I guess the north side of the highway. I don't know what he does out there. And then I know that somebody was living on the other side, on the south side too. And then there's 7 levels. Oh wow, Eileen. So okay. Okay, so 7 levels like inside the earth itself? Like there's like 7 levels? Or is it like a mental 7 levels? Yeah, there's still a few residents in Cuervo for sure. Quite a few people hanging out there. And there's like a farm. There's a dirt road. I had taken this dirt road and I stopped at this cemetery. And there's like a farm down the way as well. And a bunch of people were actually out there working. They had all the kids out there like ranching, working out there. That's a cool town though. Cuervo's a cool town. It's crazy how I-40 just completely killed it. Yes. Oh, okay. No. So Earth, Eileen. So you're talking about 7 levels actually inside the Earth. I have a couple of tea light candles as well. I'll burn these like before I go to bed to help try to warm it up in here. And then I'll keep the one long lasting candle. I'll actually keep that running all night. It helps a little bit. A little bit. I think the real trick, Billy the Kid Cemetery was cool too. I haven't been to the Billy the Kid's. Oh, no, 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 no. I lied. So you're talking about the one that he's actually buried in. I have been to that one. Down by my goodness, what was it called? That's a really, really cool cemetery. It's crazy that his headstone got stolen so many times that they actually had to put up like that cage around it so people would stop stealing his headstone. Yeah, that was a really, really cool place. Leisure, yeah. Yeah, they help. They make the air in Fort Sumner. That's the word I was looking for, was Fort Sumner. I didn't catch any fish. I had fished on that trip and I don't think I caught any fish. I went to Lake Sumner too. But yeah, the Billy the Kid, did you guys go to the museum? Did you guys go to the Billy the Kid Museum in Fort Sumner? That's only like $5 too, and there's a lot to see in there. It's not just Billy the Kid stuff, it's like stuff from that era and like stuff that's just like donated. I love going to museums in those small towns because it's just so you guys know what I'm talking about. You go to museums in those small towns and it's just like the most random hodgepodge of things they can get their hands on that are like donated. But it's so cool because it's all history. In 10 days. So you guys were in New Mexico for 10 days. There's a lot to get in. So I'm sure you guys were pretty busy in 10 days seeing that museum and everything like that. And then Ruidoso. Did you guys go to like Smokey the Bear National Park? That's one place that I haven't been to yet that I want to go to. Have any of you guys, any of the 10 of you that are here, have any of you guys ever been to the Smokey the Bear National Park? I guess Smokey the Bear himself is actually buried there. Yeah, you guys. So you guys did go. Was it cool? Was there like an entry fee? Was there camping? I haven't been, so I want to go check that out for sure. It's amazing. Yeah, cool. So I'm gonna have to make that. I just see. There's just so much stuff. I have endless things to go see. I gotta go to Dulce next week. I'll do Smokey the Bear Park at some point. Just remember, compromised on this awesome cabin with a big stone fireplace. That was a great find. Magdalena is actually really, really cool. So they have like that old school there that you can check out. That place is crazy. Kelly is really, really cool. Just got back from there. A lot of cool. Yeah, definitely. Santa Fe is such a cool town. Never been here. Childhood stuff, Smokey, nice. Smokey the Bear was a real thing. Yeah, so Smokey the Bear, I guess, was an actual. He was a cub. Now I could be wrong, but I'm thinking if I'm remembering this correctly, he was a cub who actually survived a forest fire, and then became an actual real life mascot for preventing forest fires, and he was buried here. Correct me if I'm wrong, if you guys know better, but I'm thinking that that's the story of Smokey the Bear. But yeah, Albert, Santa Fe is such a cool city, man. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't wrong. But yeah, that it's pretty cool that he's buried here in New Mexico. I think that that's pretty neat. So I could probably make a video just in Santa Fe too, man. Even with all the stuff that's up there. That's what the oldest capital in the United States, I believe. Mountain to the spot that he was found. Oh, that is so cool. That's cool. So he was found and rescued, and you guys actually went to the spot. That's cool that you can do that in a zoo in Washington, D.C. Probably. Yeah, I would imagine that. And then he was brought back here, I guess, huh? So that's pretty cool. What a cool thing. Like Smokey the Bear is such like a national thing. Oh, my coolest find in New Mexico. That's tough. We were just talking about the Goblin Colony earlier. And I think as far as like a natural location and how much fun I had on that trip and that hike and everything, I think that that's such a cool place. And the fact that I was the only person out there, and really like a lot of people don't know about it. I think the Goblin Colony has been one of my favorite trips and one of the best things that I've found. I love all the ghost town stuff too, though. So it's hard to pinpoint like which ghost town is the best, right? The one that I'm in right now is completely abandoned, so that's a really cool thing in and of itself. But I definitely think the Goblin Colony. Also, the Goblin Colony is my by far my most popular video on YouTube. Like that's where I think a lot of recent subscribers have come from. Is actually from that video. That one popped off for whatever reason. Maybe it was the burger that I made in that video. But I think Coolest Find, if you haven't seen that, I definitely recommend going to see that. That was a really, really cool one. The Kelly, the mine in Kelly is pretty cool too because the old rig is still up, and they had turned it off, but for a long time they still had a light on at the very bottom, and you could look down and see it. So the actual rig in Kelly is pretty cool. Check it out. The ghost towns seem cool. Yeah, the ghost towns are really cool. The ghost towns are just fun. I don't know. Yeso, the one that I was in, was it last week or the week before? Yeso was really, really cool. It was interesting because there's like two people living there, and then the rest, the houses are just all gone. Like they're just like completely dilapidated and falling down. But there's still like that general store and the old post office you could go into. So Yeso was really, really cool. I think that school in Magdalena that you can go into is really spooky too. So I want to go back and do like a longer video there because when I was there, I only walked around it. I think I only have like 2 minutes of footage up from that. But that could be a 30-minute video in and of itself, just exploring that school. I'd like to do some more research on it too, because I think it's like a native school. Maybe I should try and stay in a haunted place. Um, yeah, ghosts can be pretty scary. That night when I stayed in the cemetery and my smoke alarm went off that night, that was an interesting experience. I actually have had a lot of experiences, especially when I was younger. Um, pretty convinced that the house I grew up in, my mom's house, is actually haunted, and had a few other experiences. My grandma used to house sit for these people, and they lived kind of like in Old Town. It was a really nice house. It had a pool and all kinds of stuff. Spent some time on the Navajo reservation filming some stuff for Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, filming location videos. Religion honor, spending time there. Those, like, when you're actually on the reservations or when you go to those places, sometimes I go to them for work and things like that. It's really interesting when you connect with like the indigenous people and their culture. You feel so spiritual. It's hard to describe, and it's kind of like a weird thing, but they're so deeply rooted in their culture and their spirituality and things like that. Like in Jemez, I don't know if you guys have been to the Jemez location, the Vegas for work. I stay in the Plaza Hotel with a ghost named Byron. Oh, that is so cool. That's a hotel that I've been wanting to stay in too, Albert, is to do that. And then the St. James was really cool. It was super fun. Amazing feeling, but you're so right. It was quite an experience. Yeah, back on track. If you guys go to Jemez, you can actually go into uh oh my gosh, why am I blanking on the word? The round rooms. What are they called? You can go into one, and it was their religious rooms. Why am I blanking on it? Chaco Canyon has so many of them, and that was like the main thing that I took pictures of. And I'm blanking on the word. But in Jemez, you can actually go down. You can climb down a ladder into one that's fully restored. Yeah, Albert, tell us about your ghost story, man, because that is really, really cool. The fact that you know the name of the ghost that you had an encounter with uh, leaves me to believe that something crazy happened. Madrid not haunted. Cerrillos since the 60s, so don't know what it is like now. I went to Cerrillos for work not too long ago. And teepees. And Cerrillos was, there's still a couple people there. There's like one main store. And I was actually cleaning the air ducts in a house that was owned by somebody famous. I can't remember his name. Very interesting house. I love Cerrillos. I love Madrid. I have somebody on here who said his brother owns the school, the old school in Madrid. And we had been talking about doing some ghost hunting inside the school. And I think that would make for a really interesting video. Kiva, Robin, Robin, thank you so much. Kiva, when you're in Jemez, you can go into a Kiva. You can actually climb down. And the connection that you have in there is amazing. So I don't have any footage of that. They don't want you to take pictures, and I try to be respectful of that sort of thing. But yes, when you go into the Kivas, Robin, thank you so much for giving me the word. You connect to that, and it's amazing. It's really, really amazing. There's some experiences that I've had, like just traveling the state, that have really grounded me. And I think that's one of the things that I like most about doing what I'm doing, is taking those opportunities to be grounded. Ooh, the only two in an old hospital. I bet that was kind of scary. I bet that was so much fun, but being in a hospital alone like that, a haunted hospital especially, or something that's supposed to be haunted, I bet that the whole time you guys were there, you probably had the chills. I know I would for sure. That's cool though. That's really, really cool. I know sometimes, because I do everything alone. Sometimes when I'm walking through a place alone and I get that feeling, it's just like, ooh, you feel it crawl up your back. So I bet that was a really, really fun experience. So, but yeah, I was saying, like, just the grounding opportunities that I've had traveling the state and connecting with things like that is really special. Something that's been fun for me. I have been streaming. No way, Jose. Albert, are you going to be able to get it to us with your ghost story? I've been streaming for an hour. I was going to set out for an hour. They did a mental hospital on Central West of the freeway into the hotel. They did. Yeah, so that is a hotel. And I've gone to the bar there. Back when I used to drink, I had actually gone to a bar there. It's up on the roof. They have really good fried green chili strips, believe it or not. So it's green chili strips, literally green chili, deep fried. Yeah, I bet that it is haunted. I've never stayed there, but that would be an interesting stay as well. Staying at that hotel, the Vegas hotel. There's one in Gallup too. Waking up around 3 a.m. with pressure on top of me. Oh my gosh. Oh, I bet that's really, really scary. Waking up with pressure on top of you and then feeling that. Oh man. 3 nights in a row too. That is crazy. That's crazy. You just felt him walking around you. What was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Yeah, Eileen, holy cow, right? Yeah, that is super scary. What an experience. What an experience. Anyway, so I've been streaming for like an hour. That's what I set out to do. I think that I'm gonna cut it here, guys. I really like so much appreciate all of you for stopping in, giving me the likes and giving me the love and everything like that. The reason why I know his name is because I told the front host and he said that Byron was one of the old owners in a habit of bothering the guests. Eileen, I would probably leave too. That's crazy, Albert. That is so crazy, dude. That's awesome. What a story though. What a story. You didn't take him home, right? I gotta make sure. I gotta clear this up really quick. Because that's one thing I'm always scared of is taking somebody home. Thank you, Leisure. I will definitely do my best. Yeah, I'm getting off anyway. So thank you so much, guys, for tuning in, and you guys stayed here the whole time. I really appreciate that so much. Thank you, guys. I hope that everybody has a good night. My video is going to be released on Tuesday. Thank you guys for stopping by and supporting me, man. I cannot like get it out there enough how grateful I am for you guys. And I will see you guys later. Thank you, Albert. You have a good night, brother. Bye, guys. Thank you, Eileen. Thank you. Good night, guys.